In this video I'll show you how for statement works in Java. First of all, we need to find out why we should use loops in our programs, because for statement is a loop. Let's solve a very simple task. I want to print out a sequence of numbers from 1 to 10. I can easily do it with system.out.println method. So let's do it. And run the program. It works. As you can see, we have 10 similar lines of code. The only difference is a number inside of println method. This is not very good program. What if I want to print out numbers from 1 to 100? In this case, I might need 100 of lines. All of these lines we can replace with only one for loop. So let's comment out our big program and create a new loop. And run the program once again. It works the same. As you can see, our loop takes only 4 lines, and they are pretty simple. Let's look at them closer. Every for loop has 3 sections which are separated with 2 semicolon operators. This one and this one. In first section you can declare and initialize loop variables. There might be a lot of them, but now we have only one. This section is executed only once before the loop starts. The second section is conditional. Loop checks conditions in this section at the beginning of every step, and if conditions are met, the body of the loop will be executed. The body of any loop is a group of lines which are written between these curly braces. There might be a lot of them. In the third section you may change loop variables or do other things. All operators in this section will be executed after execution of the body of the loop. You may split all operators in first and third sections with comma. Please pay attention that the first section is executed only once before the loop. The second section is checked at every step before body execution, and the third section is executed at every step after the body of the loop. Let's look at several examples. In first example, I don't want to use a loop variable at all. I just want to print out word hello 5 times. We can do it easily. And it works. In this case, it doesn't matter how it changes our loop variable. All we need is to execute our loop 5 times. So we can change the loop variable from 1 to 5, or from 11 to 15, or from 95 to 99, for example. All variants will work the same. Let's try to change our variable. It works the same. Once again. All variants are the same. In second example, let's print out another range of numbers, for example from 10 to -5. So initial value for our loop variable will be 10. In this loop we have to change third section to I minus minus, because we want to decrease our loop variable. If we leave the second section unchanged and run the program, we'll see endless for loop, because condition in the second section is always met. So let's try it. And endless loop. Actually, we don't need the endless loop, so let's stop our program and change conditional section to I greater or equals -5 and run it once again. Now it works fine. In the next example, I want to print out only odd numbers in range from 3 to 11. In the first section, I'll give the loop variable an initial value 3. In conditional section, I need to specify I less than or equals 11. Actually, it might be I less than 12. In the third section, I will increase it by 2. I equals I plus 2. Now we can run our program and see the numbers. Here they are. Actually, we can make third section a little bit shorter. I plus equals 2. And let's run the program once again, and it works the same. In the next example, let's try to use two loop variables. First one will be changed from 1 to 5 and second one from 0 to -4. So we need to declare two variables in the first section of the loop. I equals 1 and k equals 0. In conditional section, let's use both of them. I less or equals 5 and k greater or equals -4. In the third section, we need to change both variables. I plus plus and k minus minus. Now let's print out these variables in our loop. And let's run the program. And here is the result. In the last example, I want to show you how easily we can calculate sum of 5 numbers entered by user. For this purpose, we need to create an object of scanner class, which allows us to enter information from keyboard. And we need to import scanner class. It means we need this line at the top of our program. Then we create a variable and call it sum. Initially it equals 0. And now we can create a loop which allows user to enter numbers and calculate the sum. I equals 1, I less or equals 5, and I plus plus. This line enters one number from the keyboard, and this line adds this number to the sum. And now we need to print out our result. And of course we need to close the scanner. Now we can run the program and test it. Here we need to enter 5 numbers. And here is our sum. Let's try to enter other numbers. And we can get another sum. And run it once again. 100, 200, 0, 0, 400. And here is the result.